afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Josh Guillory Show. I am your grateful host. And in studio with me, my main man, Jamie Angel.
What's cracking like everybody on this Tuesday?
That's right. Man, we're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios and also live on Rumble, rumble.com. Like Rumble in the jungle. I want you to go over there. Check us out, man. You give us a little follow if you don't mind.
Get your merch, you get you a shirt, get you a little cap, get you some a little keychain or something.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff over there. Let's check this out. And I want to see those chats coming up and about, man. Let's see that.
We got your official Josh Gill Show koozies coming in about a week or two. So stay tuned. We'll be doing some giveaways.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Yes. You could tell everybody, 3 to 5, this is what you should be doing. And this thing called Rumble, you can go check them out there too. Check those guys out. All right. Cotter is in the news. Greg Norman and Trey Yingst over there at Fox News, they're reporting that Israel carried out a direct, precise airstrike in Doha, Qatar, this morning, targeting senior Hamas leadership responsible for the October 7th terrorist attacks. Now, the Israeli government says the strike hit two of the top players running Hamas's finances, operations, and negotiations. I can try to say their names. I have them right here, but I'll just go with that. Both were reportedly inside a Hamas political residence in the capital of Qatar. So, a few little key facts here. The IDF, Israel Army basically, Defense Force, and Shin Bet confirmed that they carried out the airstrikes. Like, no question, they own it. They did not run from it. The U.S. was notified in advance. Now, some footage shows explosions in a certain district in Doha. Israel says both men were directly responsible for October 7th and have been running the war against Israel from abroad, kind of like, like little ninjas, see you, but not us. Israel used precision munitions and says it took steps to limit civilian casualties. Qatar condemned the strikes, calling it a violation of sovereignty. Saudi Arabia, France, of course, and the UK also issued condemnations. Well, I got to be honest with you. Litmus test here. If France is saying that it's a bad idea, then it might have been a good idea. I'm just throwing that out there.
Might have been.
Just saying that. Just lobbing it out there. The U.S. Embassy in Qatar temporarily issued a shelter-in-place order. Netanyahu, Bibi, went to the stage, took full responsibility, said Israel would keep hunting Hamas leaders anywhere in the world. Not a soft statement. So, I'm just reporting here, okay? Not waving flags, not celebrating or anything like that. But I do believe that a lot of folks maybe around the world did get maybe a little real-time example here of what happens when a sovereign country gets fed up with games. We're getting to that point, or we got to that point on our southern border and other areas. We get it. Well, most of us do. Israel didn't strike Gaza. They didn't strike Lebanon. They struck Doha, a wealthy Gulf capital that's been giving cover, cash, credibility to the Hamas political bureau for years. And by the way, public record, not opinion. This wasn't some rogue action, though. The U.S. did know beforehand. These weren't unknown operatives in a basement. These were high-level Hamas officials living very comfortably, by the way, traveling freely, nothing to see here, negotiating peace one day, directing war the next, like a air traffic control over there. So that's the story here. Qatar's been playing both sides of the table. Broker peace deals in one room, protect terrorists in another. For years now, long time. Most Western leaders pretended that was fine. Israel said no more pretending. Now, I got a question for you, bud. You might know this answer.
What you got?
Is this going to in any way affect the new Air Force One?
Probably not. You know,
That's all I kept thinking about.
Trump assured them that it wasn't going to happen again. I mean, and it's my understanding he warned them. So,
Cotter?
Yeah.
Cotter?
They called Trump. Trump called Cotter.
Hey, I'm just saying, keep the plane coming.
And look, I think Cotter knew it was going to happen, and they
Yeah.
were just like, let's not make a big deal of this. Keep everyone happy. Everything's going to be okay.
Here's their location.
Like, you didn't get it from us. But
Yeah, right. Exactly.
kind of helps us in the long run.
We invited them to a dinner.
Mhm.
So the region, however, at least on the public front, they're throwing out the usual lines: violation of sovereignty. Boy, talk to me about sovereignty. You're you're harboring terrorists over there. Where's Israel's sovereignty? What about that? Dangerous escalation. What's the alternative? All the stuff we've heard before, but the truth is Hamas set this in motion. Why is Israel the bad guy here? Hamas set this in motion. They massacred civilians on October 7th. They dragged hostages in Gaza. They used political cover in places like Doha to operate with impunity, basically. Wasn't Israel? I mean, look, you don't have to take sides in every single conflict to understand this. When your country is attacked and the men responsible are living in a luxury high-rise funded by your enemy's allies, you act. Israel acted. There's some consequences. We know that. Like I said, that plane may be on hold now. That's a serious situation. Maybe that includes a little friction with Qatar. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe some diplomatic fallout. There might be some consequences. I get it. You know, but tell that to the families who lived with the horror of October 7th. You know, tell that to the hostages still unaccounted for. A lot of people say this was justice in motion. Other people say it was too fast of escalation. What do you think over there?
I think you get poked enough, you react.
Yeah.
I mean, I do appreciate Israel's need to protect their sovereignty. I feel for the people of Gaza. I feel for the people of the West Bank. I think majority of those people, want no part of it.
Yeah.
But those people continue to be housed there. They're going to continue to strike back.
Man, these guys, Hamas, choose to fight an unconventional war. So this whole notion of sovereignty, they just don't recognize yours.
They're no different than Al Qaeda. They are Al Qaeda.
They are Al Qaeda. I mean, they're the same.
So for all the people who are outraged at 9/11 and all those things, this is no different.
No,
Just a different country.
A terrorist group operating under the cover of other quote unquote sovereign entities, because it's not just Qatar. Clearly, I mean, we know that. We know that.
And guess what? You let them continue there. You don't extinguish the
Exactly.
problem there. You get an infestation and it spreads. And guess what, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got closed borders now. But wait.
Exactly. Trump is not always going to be the president. Hopefully, we make enough progress where some of those vulnerabilities are no longer vulnerabilities. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show.
Did you say ablib?
No, I
You
said
did.
ad lib.
You said ablib. That's all right. That's
You
all right.
heard ad lib. I'll butcher some words, but I
Giving
got
you
that
some
one right.
grief.
That ain't right, man. We are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios, also live from Rumble, rumble.com. You can go to rumble.com and check us out. The Josh Guillory Show. We want you to. We want you to. Let's continue our discussion here. Man, BB ain't playing. He ain't playing. He's done. And I get it. Hey, look. I think it's fair to say that Netanyahu says we're choosing to fight terrorism. See, terrorism is a tricky little beast, and I don't claim to know. I'm not a master of it, and I don't know all their tactics, but I know that they don't care about our traditional lines of battle. We know that. They know that they don't care about our way of life. They don't care about our way of life. They don't care about any of that stuff, and it's always evolving. And one thing that we know is that if you don't take the fight to them, they will take the fight to you. And now we got to be careful. Now we're talking about this. Is John Bolton anywhere around? Is there a button near him? Because if so, I'm going to stop.
I was just
as a duty to the public.
Just thinking about that. You remember?
I mean, you say war, John Bolton. I mean, his face is red. His ears are almost purple. I mean, he's excited.
Trump's first term. You remember he took out. It was like a high-ranking general, like a Iranian general, and everyone's like, what? What? What is happening right now? And he's like, well, I'm just getting tired of it, you know.
See problem, fix problem.
But guess what? It kind of quieted him down for a bit. And then what happens a few months ago? Oh, nuclear site? Yep. Nope. We're going to turn that into rubble.
That's right.
And then BB, it's taking a page out of that book, and he's like, "Oh, y'all having a meeting where?
Yeah,
we could sneak something in. We could just a little blowy blow up.
Yeah, just stop killing us. Stop killing us. We'll stop killing you, man. It's. I just don't know. I get all the talking points, but if you look at this, here's my question: is the war with Hamas over? No.
Not even close.
Does the war exist? Yes. Well, if the war exists and the war isn't over, then there's fighting. And it can't just be one way. I mean, tell me, please.
I figured it out.
Tell me where I'm off.
Y'all, listen, pay attention close to what I'm about to say.
Hold on.
All the people in Hamas, and look, that's what I'm hearing. I got some friends that work in the FBI. All their names in the Epstein book.
Oh, come on.
We got to do them out. We got to take them out. They in the Epstein book. I'm just saying.
Release the names. Release the names. There's two less on there. That's what you're saying.
All the Hamas members in there, so we better.
Minus two.
Minus two.
Minus two.
We got them.
Wow. See, BB's saying, look, man, I went in there calm, direct, surgical. He's saying, look, man, we made it clear. You lead a terrorist operation, doesn't matter where you hide, you're not safe. That's what he's saying. But think about it. He's just choosing to fight. So why is it okay for Hamas to fight and not Israel?
So Israel should just let their people die?
Exactly.
That's what you're saying?
Or should they wait? Should they wait? And, hey, France, do you not think that Hamas is a terrorist group?
Well, France got bigger problems now. They just ousted their prime minister.
That's right. Well, probably for taking positions like this.
Well,
that's his people.
I mean, they got a lot of issues.
They do. Well, I mean, golly. Remember the invasion of Iraq? Jacques Chirac. Arrogant.
Didn't you meet him?
No.
No, that was Jacques Chrétien.
Yeah.
The Canadian
Prime Minister Chrétien.
Yeah.
That's my buddy. Yeah. I like him, man. We're on opposite ends of the political spectrum. It was a very interesting discussion on climate change. He's a good sport.
Hey, but that's innovative flooding things they do in that part of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mr. Chrétien was such a treat to talk to. I mean, someone with that knowledge. We're just little old local folks, just picking his brain. How blessed, huh? But shout out to Dave Domain for making that happen.
Love Dave. Love
Dave, great singer.
That's
too.
Mr. Lafayette.
That's right. Yeah, sings very well in Mass too. See, when Dave is singing at Mass, what is that called? The cantor?
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. When he says good morning, Everybody else says good morning, but I make sure to turn to Jamie and say, good morning, Dave.
I'm gonna start doing that. When they say, I'm gonna be like, good morning, Laura. Shout out to Laura Huval of Sweet Cecilia. She's our music director.
She's from Sicilian.
That's
She's
right.
Sicilian.
Right.
All right. Let's keep on keeping on. So the international press, they're a little up in arms on this. Saw that? And they're kind of saying, what's up with this, European elites, they're not happy. Probably a few American elites too, maybe one and the same. But the fact is, this strike happened for a reason. And I'm pretty confident that most of the world sees this. And it's kind of what makes this moment different. It wasn't vague. It wasn't emotional. It was precise. It was deliberate, and it hit the people who planned a massacre. What do you want these guys to do? What do you want them to do?
Oh, they want them to go and sit before the International Tribunal. They're going to be called war criminals.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're going to be tried before the International Court.
The International Court.
They're going to be summoned to The Hague. It's going to be a big to-do, and nothing's going to happen.
Nothing.
There's going to be some condemnations.
Exactly. Now, Qatar enabling these two terrorists, that's not cool.
They said it right in their statement. They come out and said that, let me find it. The state of Qatar condemns the strongest terms the cowardly Israeli attack targeting the residential headquarters of several members of the Hamas political bureau in the Qatari capital.
You condemn it. Like in the strongest terms.
By name. You admit the Hamas political bureau, the several members of the Hamas political bureau in the Qatari capital, Doha. They were here.
True. That's true.
You killed the terrorist in our capital.
And admit it and condemns in the strongest terms. I'm just trying to think what their win is. I guess their win is standing up to Israel. Because remember, all these countries in the region, it's not like over here. I mean, these guys they respect different things, okay?
They're scared.
Fear is definitely there to motivate, but you can't be looking soft on Israel over there, okay?
Yeah, but that's about the extent of their response.
Oh,
I mean, what army are they gonna fight back with?
They got planes.
They got money.
They do got some money,
but they want to keep that money, and they have nice buildings. They do not want any more explosions to rock their beautiful city. Have you seen Doha?
Listen. We'll hand them to you.
I mean, I think people get paid to live in that country. That's how much money they have. Toilets are made of gold, not gold plate, just solid gold. They don't let the heavy-set folks sit on them.
Come on, man.
Soft.
Come on, man.
I'm just...
Don't do the blow dryer too hard.
Hey, Billy from Church Point says, just like that old saying, you don't mess with the bull if you don't want to mess with the horns. They got what they had coming to them. Good show, guys. Thanks, Billy from Church Point.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Billy. But again, these guys, think about September 11th, the 2 days we're going to remember, 24 years,
2 days.
It's crazy, man. And, what if we could have taken out Osama bin Laden? What if we could have engaged and destroyed some of those folks, What if we could have engaged and destroyed al-Zarqawi in 2005 instead of 2006? How many lives would we have saved? You see what I'm saying? So the whole deal fighting terrorism, you got to make a choice. Are you going to play offense? Are you going to play defense? You got to make a choice. And on this, Israel said, hey, look, we're still at war last time I checked. There's no peace treaty, and there probably never will be because it's in the country. It's Hamas.
I choose to open up the phone lines when we come.
Woo! My favorite part. 232-1542. Go check us out at rumble.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios, also live on rumble.com. I want you to go to rumble.com. Check us out, man. The Josh Guillory Show. We appreciate you. You can give us a little follow. You can do a little live chat on there as well. Man, shout out to my boy Dave. If you know, you know. Appreciate you, buddy. Also, my favorite part, the phone lines are open, 232-1542, outside the Acadiana area. We see you out there, 844-766-6607. Man, this guy knows what's up. Kill switch. Bring the heat, baby.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Hey, Israel, the Jewish people have been fighting for that land for like 4,000 years. And I mean, they know some espionage ways, and I wouldn't be surprised if they had nuclear missiles and just not telling anybody, because those people have been fighting for that land for a long time. So that's all I got to say.
Well, we love you, Kill Switch. We appreciate you. Man,
Hey.
Good. What's up?
I mean, I just think what they did, Qatar is funding this guy Mandami's family up in New York. It's a whole cycle, man. And Israel is going to do what they got to do. That's the bottom line.
Exactly. And Kill Switch, I mean, think about it. The war's still going on. I mean, what do you expect this guy to do? What do you expect Israel to do? You want him to wait? You want him to wait to get attacked again and then respond? Or you want to take out two of their masterminds? It's just,
Right.
it's a choice.
Right.
It's a cruel world.
They are the front. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a cruel world,
Right.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you. Love when Kill Switch calls in, man.
This is Warren.
Warren! You got to beat Kill Switch. Go ahead, Warren.
Well, I'm simple, but it's obvious here that the only solution is a two-state solution. Those above ground and those below ground, they're going to have to get busy. It's an outrage what's been going on over there. It's time to come to stop. It's just like people saying over here, no one's above the law. That's the biggest bunch of horsemen you ever heard. Everybody over here is above the law. Maurice, the whole city's above the law. They write people tickets like they're handing out candy, and go watch their activities. It's on camera. It's unbelievable what goes on in the state of Louisiana. We've been doing this for what, over 100 years, Josh? Sooner or later, got to come to a stop. Thank you, Josh.
Eventually.
I think Warren got stopped at Maurice one too many times.
Who hasn't been stopped in Maurice? Hey, come on now. I like it out there in Maurice.
It's like Pavlov's dog for me. Like, second I start pulling up to that little curve, I'm like, whoop, hit the brakes.
I love it out there in the Maurice.
Gotta make that money.
Gotta make that money, boy. All right, let's move on. Got some more news on judges, but it might not be what you think. Got some GOP action going on in Florida. So Fox News is reporting that Florida Republican Congressman Randy Fine, he ain't playing around either. He's drafting a bill that would hold judges accountable when repeat violent criminals they release go on to reoffend. That is one that will meet. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. It did makes a lot of people. We'll talk about it, but I'm thinking almost immediately it's challenged constitutionally. We'll see.
I don't know.
See.
After this Ukraine
Exactly.
lady was, come on now.
Exactly. And we're going to talk about that. So, man, a lot of people have been calling for this. His announcement came right after what you're talking about. The Charlotte, North Carolina, brutal murder of this Ukrainian refugee, stabbed to death, by the way, on a public rail. Come on,
Completely
man.
caught on video, too.
And this dude had a long rap sheet who had just been released, like on a $2 million bond, $2 million bail.
He had $2 million?
Yeah. Zero.
How does that work?
Without a bail. Promise to come back in court and promise not to do any more crimes, okay? Okay.
So that's it.
That's it.
You don't have to get a bail bondsman, nothing. How-
It's without bail.
We see, I've never been arrested.
I got
I just
you.
got to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so I
tell
don't
you.
know how that works. The bail bondsman, because it's like $2 million bond. You ain't never getting. I'm never getting out of jail if it's $2 million.
Well, you play a percentage, but still, that's a high percentage. That's a low percentage, but a high amount.
So you're telling me they're setting these high bails, but they're like, but you could go.
No, they're not setting bail.
Oh.
Yeah, I was joking about. I was like, yeah, you would imagine that a judge in this guy's rap sheet probably would have said $2 million bond or bail. No.
Oh, none.
You're not bonding out
Whatsoever.
There is. So this is you don't have to bond out. It's no bail. So they just booked and released. Caught and released.
You telling me I could go murder
They
somebody?
don't even put a tag on it.
I just go murder somebody. Somebody pisses me off. I just go
Man.
and I could just get out.
No, you will be under the jail. But if you
Oh,
are,
that's right.
but if you are any of these violent criminals with a lot of rap sheet, you, my friend, could find yourself back on the streets.
Or I could I could be an illegal immigrant.
Oh, well, then that's a
No
some
habla
of these
inglés.
some of these judges, you go to the front of the line.
Yo no sé.
It's just my opinion. So, a few little facts. Representative Randy Fine, he's introducing this legislation. It's going to target judges who release these violent repeat offenders who then commit new crimes. I want to hear what these guys have to say. Who we going to first?
We're going to go to Renee.
Renee, what do you think about all this, man? Tell me what's going on. Bring the heat.
That's exactly what I want. I want that also for politicians and mayors that let people get killed in their town, and I want that also for college professors who have some Antifa person shoot up the place after they've been indoctrinated in the college. If you could complain about third world country people going to the School of the Americas doing bad things in their country, certainly you should make the professors from over here be accountable for it. Because the CEO will go to jail for somebody dying in his business with an accident, a procedure that they could blame on him. Why shouldn't a judge, like from my personal experience, get her from retirement and make her pay for all the people she allowed to get hurt with these repeat offenders?
All right.
They should include CEOs who steal hats from children and Philly's Karens.
Yeah. The CEO stole a hat?
Yeah, I told you that yesterday. That Polish CEO took from the U.S. Open. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Philly's Karen.
We almost had a follow-up today,
You gonna give me that ball?
but I reached my limit on articles.
No. Let's go. Who's it? Randall. What you got, Randall?
Hey guys,
Hey.
yes, it is about time we start holding judges responsible for all this madness and that. And if I can say something real quick
Yes.
about that young Ukrainian lady who was killed, how no one helped. I don't know if it's because they too busy. It looked like they were all on their cell phones, in their own world. Or maybe they were thinking about, where was that guy, Daniel Penny in New York, who he held somebody, and he went through hell.
Yep.
And that, I think it's a little of both.
Yep.
And it's just, what gets me is nobody went to help her after the guy left. Okay, he's gone. He's not going to harm you. Go help that young lady. And that, but I don't know. Sometimes people are so involved in their cell phone, they might as well be on Mars.
Man, Randall, you're so right. And that's part of, I should have highlighted that, man. It is pretty, it's to say sad, that's not even the right word. It's not even adequately describes the situation. And it might be a combination between the two, just in their own world, but also, look at all the heck that guy in New York had to go through just to stand up and protect somebody.
Well, wasn't that? No, I'm pretty sure about this, but I'll double check. But I'm pretty sure that 6-year-old that was shot at the memorial, at the vigil for the shooting victim a few weeks ago in Lafayette, the Bayonne Park. Young lady passed away yesterday from those injuries, and I want to say that one of the folks that was arrested, same thing, like prior offenses, like violent crimes, probably shouldn't have been out, but again, here we are.
Yeah, and most judges get it right, but there's always some, and I don't know where this law is going to land. We don't know if it's going to get passed, and we don't know what it's going to look like. But I will say this: we're going to continue to talk about it when we get right back. Phone lines are open. Stick around. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. Broadcasting live from the KPEL studios, also from Rumble. Rumble.com, man. You can see us. You can look at old podcasts. You can soon to see some upcoming features, which, putting some stuff together. It'll be pretty exciting. We'll share it with you. And you can see a whole bunch of stuff, but we also like you to give us a little follow. It's free. We don't harass you. And you can see all our stuff in chat and all the things. So let's keep discussing this little nugget of legislation. So Representative Randy Fine, Congressman Fine, is introducing legislation targeting judges who release violent repeat offenders who then commit new crimes. The Florida GOP ain't messing around. He made the announcement on X, slamming the protected bubble judges live in. It's easy to release criminals when you're protected by an armed bailiff. The rest of us aren't so lucky. That's what the congressman said. He specifically called out the judges who released how you say it, DeCarlos Brown? DeCarlos Brown Jr., saying they should have their day in court too. Brown, 34, now charged with first-degree murder. That was because of the brutal stabbing of that Ukrainian young lady. Oh, by the way, the lady that was killed, that young lady, she was fleeing war. She fled Ukraine, so she's a refugee.
Escaped Putin.
Exactly. Only to be stabbed on a Charlotte train in front of everybody. Stabbed to death. The other guy, Brown, had been arrested numerous times and was released without bail. That was back in January after misusing the 911 system. He has a 2015 conviction for armed robbery. Now, someone flying in to at least bring some notice is Elon Musk. Go ahead.
Well, you see, what we really have to do is just take a look at the entire system. It's not cool.
I put you on the spot, too. He said it was sorely needed, Mr. Fine's bill. Sorely needed. Now, a lot of folks agree with what Randy Fine is saying here. And, frankly, it's not hard to see. Think about it. Someone with a record like this keeps getting released and people end up dead. The gut reaction is justice for the victims, not excuses for the system. Like, come on. So, us constitutional conservatives, we gotta remember to pause. And I just use that term. I mean, it's whatever that means.
See, I kind of don't agree with this.
Well, let's talk about it. So, I always pause when we talk about holding judges accountable, through legislation. I believe in separation of powers. I think that's what you're probably about to go into. I believe in due process. Judicial independence. I believe in all of that. And so do probably most of the folks listening as well. But that doesn't mean that we ignore the real world consequences of activist judges who repeatedly release violent criminals. I mean, at some point, we have got to say enough. But like I was saying earlier, I don't know where this bill is going to land. We don't know if it's going to get out of committee. We don't know if it'll get out of the House. A lot of lawyers over there. They may take pause with that. And do we want that policy? Do we want the policy that judge, I would like to see what the conditions. Now, this, as reported, is very blanket. But if it's something like you put it conditional, hey, this person has a rap sheet that includes these enumerated crimes, I support it.
Or any violent crime. How about if you have a previous history, if you've been convicted previously of a violent crime, you get no bail.
Exactly. Or you must get bail. You must have a
right.
Must.
That's what I meant.
Like you can't do without bail.
But this using the case of the guy who misuse of the 911 system. Okay. Not a violent crime.
His previous ones though. That was just what he was released
right.
on.
But again, 10 years ago, I don't know. I don't know.
Remember, we don't know the details of this law. Talk to us. What gives you pause?
Well, he wasn't released on bail. I mean, he wasn't released for a violent crime. He was released for a nonviolent crime.
Okay, but let's go to the Mr. Fines bill. So,
Mm-hmm.
so punishing judges for releasing these violent criminals without bail, not giving them any consequences, no protection. What about that?
Would you punish this judge?
I don't know. I don't know what the law is. I wouldn't know. No.
Under what his proposed law is, would you find this judge liable?
That law would likely be unconstitutional if it's 10 years ago. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to see what the legislation is. If it's certain conditions, like, we're talking about two different things, though. We're talking about passing other laws that say you shall set a bond or set a bail and no less than this.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is bail discretionary? Is it up to the judge to decide?
In overwhelming majority of cases, yes.
Well, then if that's the case, then codify it to where it's not. And then
Well, that's what
problem
he's
solved.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. And now, well, I think that's what he's saying. Remember, we don't know the substance of this bill. What we do know based on that article is that there's an intent to hold judges accountable that aren't serious on crime. That if those guys and gals go back and hurt people again and you didn't do anything, that you would have some accountability. And under the right conditions, I would support that.
But what if they come back and argue that, their judicial philosophy is rehabilitation? It's not like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a good argument.
I
I don't know how
just
that,
see a lot of issues.
I don't know how that argument loses. I think your argument's stronger than mine.
Oh,
Yeah, I do. And here's the thing the judges could say too. Hey, legislature, be quiet. If you don't want me to do something, pass a law. And did I read that right? He is a congressman, right?
yeah.
Okay,
He's a freshman, I believe.
So he's not a state representative.
Nope, Florida Republican congressman.
So here's my question. Hey, congressman, my fellow Republican, presumably conservative, Mr. Freshman over there. I know you want a good idea, but is it really conservative? What are you are we talking about state judges or federal judges, boy?
You talking about playoffs?
Come on now. I think this whole time I've been spending 2 segments on this, and that, golly. Hey, we'll see where that goes. I do like the intent of not ignoring that this is a problem. Let's just find the right solution for it. Can we agree with that? Everybody can agree on that. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. and gentlemen, welcome to hour number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host, and in studio with me still, my main man over there, Jamie Alshell.
No place to go, my friend.
That's right. Well, everybody has a choice. Now, I'm going to want to hear you. I'm going to want to hear you at the bottom half of this hour. And I'm going to want to see you on this screen I'm looking at that just went away.
Whoa.
Did you kid us off of Rumble?
Nah, we're good.
No, thank goodness. Still on Rumble. Okay, matter of fact, go to rumble.com. Check us out. Yeah, I want to see these chats. Have you heard of carbon capture?
Oh, who hasn't? I don't know what it is still.
All right, so let's break this down. Now look, full disclaimer, I am not a carbon capture expert, okay? But I did take the time to read up on it just a little bit today. And sometimes the more I'd read up on it, the more confused I was. But it does at the end of the day, the big picture is simple. Very, very simple. Big picture. Very, very simple. It's a experimental idea. It's new. It's new in the science world. So where they trap carbon dioxide emissions, they compress the gas and inject it deep underground so it supposedly won't heat the planet. All right, that's the pitch. They say it helps the environment. They say it helps industry. And they say it keeps us from depending on foreign energy. Well, that's like waving a white flag. Like, yeah, you're right. This whole Green New Deal scam is real. But look, this is how you can avoid it. You could just put the carbon in the ground.
But how does that help our reliance on foreign energy? How?
Well, they're saying that this would allow you to be able to produce in America because you wouldn't have as many emissions. So you got to go through all that. And they're admitting, yeah, this is why you have to depend on foreign energy.
Because of production regulations?
Stupid,
Stop.
Huh? Come on, man.
Come on now.
Come on.
You just tied a big old knot. I don't understand.
I told you the more I look at it, but carbon capture, the idea is you literally capture the carbon emissions, you compress the gas, you drill real deep. It's some kind of rock sediment, usually a rock foundation. Sorry, and that's what it is.
Well, how do you make money? What's the product?
What do you mean? That is the product, and then companies charge these other companies to do that. So, like ExxonMobil, some company will charge Exxon to capture its carbon and drill it into the ground.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Look, you're asking all valid questions, and I don't know those answers. I mean, I would say that most folks here and everywhere, it's not something we just understand. It's not something that we trust. That's for sure. I think that collectively we can say that, and that's not a knock on any of the carbon capture folks. It's just we don't trust it because it. I don't understand why.
Goofy.
Yeah, I get the concept, but I'm trying. It's so but there you start. Okay. In order to do that, you have to start by admitting that this Green New Deal thing is a thing, okay? Now, let's just assume it is a thing, and let's say we do heat up the planet. There's evidence for that, okay? Here's my question, just from a practical standpoint, pragmatically. If us and the other morons in Europe are the only ones doing it, then the guys that aren't doing it is going to get all the energy and it's going to make have all the benefit. How do we not understand that?
Do you know that India?
Why would we put our economy to our knees to benefit Russia, Venezuela? I can go on all these countries that do not like us. Why? So that's my problem with the carbon capture thing. I'm open to listening to anyone. So someone can call in and educate me for sure, because I am not going to claim that I know everything about it, but I don't know everything about it because everything I'm reading is silly.
Don't China and India if you would combine their populations, you'd have about what 2.5, 3 billion people. Probably, I don't know. I'd say roughly a third to a fourth, a third to a half of the world's population.
Okay.
And you think we're gonna are gonna make a difference?
Yeah, we got to lead
by pumping carbon into the ground. Are you kidding me?
We got to lead by example. We got to lead.
It won't make it's not a drop in the bucket.
That's that Department of Defense mentality.
Department of War, man.
That's right. We're going to send Department of War.
This just sounds like a racket to make money.
Exactly, man. It's all a racket.
When are we getting in?
You know, like look, all right. You start talking about like CO2 pipelines, underground injections, and blue ammonia. We'll get back to that. Blue ammonia plants. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose most folks. You're gonna lose me real fast. That's for sure. Because there's a big difference. By the way, there's a big difference between supporting industry and blindly trusting a new climate scheme pushed by lobbyists, federal money, and let's be honest, a few political ambitions in Baton Rouge. Am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. So, what just happened here? All right? You want to read some of these chats?
Yeah, sure.
Read some of these chats.
Liberty Lover 96
What up?
Rumble says, will it do more harm than good? That's the big question. Why are we Republicans buying into AOC policies?
Let's go one at a time. All right, so will it do more harm than good? That is, look, Liberty Lover, I'm with you. That's the big question. So that is the big question. And there, if we have some time, we'll talk about it. Why? Now, this question I'm with. This is my question. Why are we, now this is yours, Liberty, I'm with you. Why are we Republicans buying into AOC policies? I'm just saying, because I have heard prominent Republicans to my face in my former office to pitch this stuff. And I didn't get it then, and I don't get it now. Why we as conservatives think this is a good idea. The only argument I can hear, the only argument that I can think of is, hey, Guillory, be quiet because we're just going to have to accept the fact that the Green New Deal is here, whether we like it or not. And in order to keep our industry here, in order to keep our oil and gas here and all this other industry here, we're going to just have to create this other thing to make it where they're compliant more easily. Well, until the regs change again, are we going to do that too? We're going to make another industry? Like, where's the benefit? How about this? Change all the kooky regulations. Excuse me. How about this? Congress codify a lot of what President Trump has done administratively so that the next administration can't undo what he did by executive order or just by culture. You can help the culture too, legislative branch.
By donating $5.99. No.
You too can help by staying home. We'll be right back. You like that?
I love
You
it.
like how I went in there like this?
I think folks should tip you for that.
All right, welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We're broadcasting live from the KPEL studios, also broadcasting live from Rumble. Man, I love Rumble.com. I think you will too. They have a whole bunch of shows, man. You can go check out Fox News is on there. Levine, I think Levine's on there. I don't know. Go check out something. I mean, Dan Bongino pretty much kicked this thing off, and they've done such a good job. I'm just grateful to be on it. I'm grateful that we're on it. I'm grateful that you guys join with us and visit with us each and every day, whether you're listening on the radio or watching a podcast or watching live on Rumble or any YouTube or wherever. We certainly appreciate you. Read those little chats.
Yeah, we got a few chats. Let's see. Liberty Lover 96 continue. Wait, we could put ethanol in the gas and help the environment. Wait, I got it. Carbon capture for carbon credits. Will they get ITAB credits? I mean, our oil and gas industry is such a big part of our economy.
Hold on now. Hey, oh man.
You know they will.
Yeah, will they get ITAP credits? I mean, our oil and gas industry is such a big part of our economy. Ooh, Liberty Lover.
They're probably not paying any taxes.
What you doing over there, Liberty Lover, researching like that?
Oh, Joe Biden's lost memory popped up.
Hey, we have not heard from Joe. I thought Joe Biden's lost memory got lost.
Oh, Uncle Jeff only got behind it after the money rounded in. Haha, but my memory is not what it once was. I didn't say it. Biden's lost memory on Rumble said it. Hey, Kill Switch.
Man, come on.
Kill Switch says Moon is talking about some persons may have been arrested behind this carbon capture scam. Wouldn't surprise me.
Didn't you mentioned something?
That was probably me just reading this out. T-Don, what?
Never mind. Keep going.
T-Don says ballad box biology always works, right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Gosh, man. Oh, my goodness. Hey, look, I want y'all to join Rumble over there, man. You can get in on those chats. You can also view us live and look at old archived videos and podcasts. So
we posed this question, will outreach help the carbon capture controversy? And I think it's a resounding no, because we still don't know what it is.
will what?
Will outreach help the carbon capture controversy? Absolutely not.
What do you mean?
I mean, they can explain it till they're blue in the face. I still don't understand it.
Oh, with outreach. Oh, yeah. Look, there's a lot of people that that support this. A lot of people. I don't know why. Okay, that genuinely, I genuinely don't know why. The only conclusion that I can think of is like the only reasonable argument that I can think of why you would want this carbon capture is so that you can navigate through the Green New Deal regulatory process that is now our oil and gas industry or lack thereof. Thankfully, we have a new culture. We'll see how it goes. Okay? But in order to make that argument successful, you have to first admit that there is a climate change situation and the legislation is necessary. Meaning it's the best shot you got to fix your problem. But you got to first admit that it exists. Just throwing that one out there. So, the people that presented it to me when I first was presented to, and I'm being nice, the only reason why I even took the meetings, because these person was the most conservative that I've ever seen in office, or at least I thought.
But Josh,
come on now, man. I was being anonymous.
Listen, why would these people want to meet with you? Like, what are you going to do with carbon? Like,
I know. Well, just explain it.
Oh, thanks.
Just explain it and just
Well, nice
show support. So I'm thinking like, man, I just don't get it. And the only thing I remember every time I'd leave one of those meetings was like, I'm confused.
Every time I talk about it, I feel dumber.
Let me clarify. We didn't have any meetings on carbon capture. Just it came up in conversation in meetings, and that is. I'm glad we didn't subscribe to it. I think the folks would have been very disappointed, to say the least.
Yeah, It's just weird. Every time I feel dumber every time I even read about it, or it's just no.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So it's hypothetical, theoretical science, basically.
It's experimental. I think
Experimental.
I think objectively you can call it experimental because it's new.
Or unproven, right?
Hey,
Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. I mean, I think they can. It doesn't matter what they show. Listen, it doesn't matter even if they're right. It doesn't matter if North America and Europe are the only fools to bring their economy to their knees voluntarily. It ain't gonna affect the climate.
Can't you take the carbon and like compress it into like coal or something? Like make some
Yeah, you can do energy.
So you're
with that.
taking a gas, you're making it smaller, and you're putting it in rocks.
Hey, I have a question. Genuinely, really, like this is to my environmentalists who supposedly love the environment. Do we know what happens long term by injecting the earth with this carbon? Hey, that is a genuine question. I don't know if there's ever been a human initiative in the history of humanity where we captured carbon monoxide emissions and, put it on some rocks way down there. So like to my tree huggers, man, like seriously, like all peace and love. No joke. I come in peace. I'm serious. I love my tree huggers, man. Y'all want love, man. I love that. Now there's a line, but there's a line on all sides. They're good people on what? Not gonna finish it.
They're good people on both sides.
But to my tree huggers out there, we love the earth, all the things. Do you know what happens to when you inject carbon like that, the carbon capture, and you put it in the earth like that? Because I'm going to tell you this confidently. I don't know. It could be like a gift that we don't know about. It could be like something really good. I just don't know.
Could be forming gold down there.
It could be doing.
There's probably some.
Hey, you know what? That would make more sense. No joke. If you were to tell me that in 2025, where we're at in September of 2025,
It'll be oil in 10 years.
where we're at in right now in the scheme of politics and political ideology, and everybody's kind of seeing everybody's real true colors now, kind of more, like if you told me that carbon capture created gold down there, it would make more sense to me than to voluntarily choose to implement these policies. That would make, I would venture to say, I'm not going to go as far as saying that a leprechaun's down there, like kind of watching over, because that would be too far-fetched.
Just as likely.
But the gold thing, I would.
Or oil.
That's what I'm saying. Or
something.
Like the reasons you're pitching this thing, show me where it's a conservative policy. Show me where the founders of our country would support this. What would TJ say? What would Tom? I don't know, man. Thomas Jefferson's an interesting character. Biggest states' rights guy you ever met when he was in Washington's cabinet. And he probably was as a president until, hey, man, we got to do some things. Like, I'm really going to send people to go and buy a port, but when you get there, do what you got to do. And we come back with the Louisiana Purchase. Now, where's that in the Constitution?
All I'm saying, there's probably somebody listening to this show right now saying, they're so stupid. They don't know what
Call in.
Call in then.
Man.
Please help educate us.
No joke. Hey, if you support carbon capture, call in. We will be so kind to you. Please educate us. We'll meet you where you're at. All right, guys, stick around. Phone lines open. welcome back to the
Josh!
What?
Josh, let me explain something to you you don't already know.
What?
Look, it's simple. We're going to take the gas out the sky, and we're going to put that gas in the rocks. That's it.
Well, there you go. Look at it.
Clean the environment. It's good.
Well, it's good. Hey, we are broadcasting live from the KPEL studios. Also broadcasting live from Rumble. I want to see you over there at rumble.com. Follow the Josh Guillory Show. Man, that chat is rocking. I see you over there, and I certainly appreciate that. I want you to go join it. Phone lines are open. My favorite part, Jamie Angel, 232-1542, 844-766-6607 to our wonderful viewers and listeners outside the Acadiana area. Who we going to? Let's go to Sean. Sean! What's up, Sean? What you got, my man?
What's going on? Hey, y'all are missing the boat. Did y'all ever collect cans as a kid, go turn them into a recycling bin?
Still do.
Oh, yeah, man.
Take that to the fruit stand, man. Super scrap.
Oh, yeah, 40 cents, 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, super scrap.
Well, anyway, you carry with this carbon capture. You carry around a mason jar all day, and every time you got a ripped trouser, you go ahead and you put that in the jar until you can't put the top on no more, and then you bring it over there and you get reimbursed.
Yeah. So you tie that into carbon capture. Maybe I didn't hear it.
Carbon capture is nothing, man. You know what carbon is a C.
Yes.
So you inject it. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate. Hey.
I understand it about as much as I did before.
Yeah. No, but look, Sean's a good caller, man. Keep calling in. Keep calling all our callers. We certainly appreciate you. 232-1542. Outside Acadiana area, 844-766-6607. Man, you got a good theory, but we'll bring it out there after this gentleman. Where's you at, Mr. Bobby? Talk to me about this carbon capture. Make it make sense to me.
Hey, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play center field.
Yes. What you got, Mr. Bobby?
Hey, battle lines. There's no battle lines. You got to kill all them terrorists from a couple of hours ago y'all were talking about. Hey, a politician educated me 2 days ago.
All right.
I won't say his name because you know who it is. He said that Miguez is all about carbon capture.
Oh, we'll have to ask him.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh.
We'll have to ask him. Look, man, Miguez is conservative, so definitely I'd love to have his take, and maybe and he's big in oil and gas. Obviously, he has look at the profession he's in, so I'd be very curious. Very curious.
Maybe he can shed some light on it.
Yeah, I think we're having Dr. Fleming on soon, so maybe we'll ask him too. Ask all the folks. We'll ask all the GOPers that want to come on, man. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's see. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's me?
That's you, caller. Yes, sir. What's your name?
Something Wong.
Yes, my friend.
So I wanted to bring up this particular theory, right? If you talk about the Green New Deal, I'm pretty certain that it's code word for human birth control, like population control.
Ooh.
So as you start, functioning with things, that's how you start depopulating, society, because we're all exhaling too much, and the cows are farting too much, and everybody's overpopulating, and that's how we start depopulating the planet.
I thought we already were depopulated, but I've heard many stories recently that they were encouraging people to make more children because our population is starting to shrink. Actually,
Where's Jamie Guillory? She would love this call. She would love this call.
I know.
Hey, something wrong. Yeah, I'm with you. That's right. I nailed that one.
You did.
I nailed that one.
On the
Man,
head.
look, good point, man. Good point. Who knows, yeah, who knows? Big Chris. Let's go to Big Chris in the hizzy. What's up, Big Chris?
You know what's ironic about the Green New Deal?
What's up?
The Green New Deal, they want to capture carbon and stick it in the ground, okay? Well, the more carbon they capture, the less green we're going to have. I mean, what the plants need to live is carbon. What do they put out? Oxygen. What do we want? A green planet.
Yeah.
They're doing the bass backwards.
Yeah, you're right. So again, I say, where are all my tree huggers?
Just plant some more trees. I mean,
Yeah, but
seriously.
then you need the carbon to feed the trees.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Then the-
It's the cycle.
But if you have
of
extra
life.
carbon, plant extra trees. How about that?
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens. And the other
Now take that
scenario is
little
they pump out-
carbon and sprinkle it.
You take that, you put that in the rocks, Chris.
Well, yeah, but look, this is the other scenario. They pump it in the ground, and say there's an accident where it burps up, like happened in a lake in Africa years ago, and killed everybody and everything around.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
I
buddy.
think
Go
that's
ahead.
true.
Hey, Big Chris, listen to this. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, what's the capacity of these wells that they're injecting this stuff in? Do they know? It's experimental. So what how much can they fit in there?
And how much can you fit in the
Yeah.
ground? But you
And
brought
how
it
much can you
deep.
fit in there? And then what if you, like you said, what if you just so happen to overfill it? What is to stop you from causing some sort of geological activity? I'm not going to come out and say you're causing earthquakes, but it has been proven that fracking has led to seismic events. How is this any different? How are you not affecting the geology of the earth when you're injecting things into the ground that should not ordinarily be there under pressure?
Man, I know the tree huggers have got to be with us on this. Come on now. Come on. How can you argue against that, Chris? Come on, Big Chris.
That's it. I'm trying to stand with them.
Yeah, exactly.
what's up.
Hey, we found common ground. You see that? Thanks, Big Chris. Appreciate you. Let me go to this gentleman from the motherland, Kevin. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
Man, it's happening.
Carbon capture. Here's my spin on that. Okay? If it's anyway tied to the Green New Steel, then it's useless and it's going to take advantage of something and pump money into something that we're not going to need and or want. I can't quote the guy, but sometime back there was another place where they were doing this carbon capture and they had a leak underground and they had some severe environmental issues. I'm going to leave it up to y'all to fact check me on that because I heard too many news reports about it happening. And all you got to do is think back to Lake Panier over here.
Yep. Yep. That's what my first thought was.
We don't need anything pumped underground that nobody knows what the hell it is right now. There's a bunch of out-of-state lawyers and alleged scientists coming into these parishes and saying, oh, it's good, it's great, it's going to clean up the environment. No, the trees help with that,
Yes,
and we
thank
help
you.
the trees.
Yeah, give God a chance. God didn't make carbon capture. He actually made carbon.
No, just wait until the ground starts caving in, until Cecilia falls into a hole in the ground, and then oh yeah, we shouldn't have done that.
You know, I remember. Hey, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you. You know, I remember when in 2016 the election, the candidates for the GOP nominee were asked, "What does conservative mean to you?" And I remember Trump's answer was like, "Well, we conserve. I know it's a lot of conserving, and we pretty much, conserve." Obviously,
Good answer. Best answer ever.
Obviously, I'm being way over dramatic. Okay, but
When we say things.
but this right here, this right, that would apply. We conserve. How about
We're conserving carbon.
no? How about conserve Mother Earth and stop injecting that crap in there that we don't know? Where's the studies? Where's the safety? And why are we doing it?
We know why, Josh. We know why. One day somebody was like, man, look, they complaining about the global warming, climate change, all this extra. How about this? We'll just capture the carbon. We'll store it. We'll make millions. They'll never know the difference. Oh, it'll make them feel so good. We're going to be rich. Hey,
Yes,
it worked.
that's it. And notice where they're not marketing it, this idea. China.
Here,
Russia.
We'll give you all the carbon you need, buds.
No, they got to go to the gullibles over here. Oh, yes. Well, Yankee Doodle is singing a new little tune now. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Stay on hold. We'll be right back to you. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. Broadcasting live from the KPEL studios. Also broadcasting live on rumble.com. Look at that chat over there, man. I appreciate you guys. Man, you're seeing shadows on the wall? Joe Biden's lost memory?
He said something about farting in a jar.
Come
it's the
on
same
now.
thing as what Hunter used to do. They call that the, there's a name for it. Leroy Jenkins. Well, I'm telling you, listen, when I was in the military, I worked counter narcotics.
Wait, what's called a Leroy Jenkins?
So, listen, I worked counter narcotics, and there was a thing going on for a while, a trend where they were like pooping and peeing in a bag, letting it sit for a hot minute, and then huffing it, getting high off of it. Call that Leroy Jenkins.
Who's Leroy Jenkins?
They put it in a balloon. Oh, it's from like I don't know, one of those games like World of Warcraft or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's weird.
What kind of unit were you in?
Hey.
Y'all got bored?
No, this was just a bulletin that came across.
Oh, well, hey, whatever.
Hey.
All right, let's go to Dustin. Dustin, thanks for holding on, buddy. What you got?
What's going on, fellas?
Man, it's
hopefully I'll
going.
never come across a Leroy Jenkins special. The carbon capture, man. Let's talk about it. Planting more trees, yes. Don't reinvent the wheel and spend millions of dollars. God gave us these trees for a certain reason.
Thank you.
Which leads me to my next thing. I left off on it yesterday. God created what? Man and woman, not transgender.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a man or you're a woman. Plant more trees. It's simple. It seems like they just try to bring everything and change it. I don't get it, man.
Trying to make my partners rich.
Oh, yeah. It's all about them. I'm worried about till season, me. That's
Whoa,
it.
yeah, boy. There you go. That's right.
All right, fellas. Y'all have a good one, man.
Hey,
That's
brother.
crazy.
Appreciate you, Dustin. Always brings the light there. Yes.
Jack in Lafayette says, just go to YouTube and search for failed carbon capture projects. It's been around for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then Tony Dashery's.
Hold on. Let's just pause there. So if it has been there, it's been around, it's been failed, I could just see these guys in a boardroom. Let's look on a map. Let's see here. Who could be so ignorant?
Louisiana.
Yep, let's go.
Yep, send the guard.
Told you, send the guard to fix insurance. That's what we need to do. I
Lord.
got some accountants.
Yeah,
there,
is carbon
some
capture going to help
underwriters.
lower insurance rates? Look, I will let you store carbon under my house if you lower my insurance rates. How about that?
Oh, now there's a little negotiating.
I mean,
But if your theory's correct, you might cause an earthquake in Bro Bridge.
that's all right. I won't collect my insurance.
Yeah, you have insurance. Hey, you better get some earthquake.
Oh, you see, and that's another thing.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna start messing with the ground like that. Things gonna start shaking around. Then guess what else we're gonna? Another problem with insurance. They're not gonna have earthquake coverage.
Yeah.
Not gonna want to give us flood coverage.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big old mess.
True.
Tony Dashery's
What up, Tony D?
on the road. Tony, I'm gonna be honest. I think you're a ma'am, but I don't want to be presumptive. But
If you had to presume, pick one, man or woman. Man or woman. Just pick one right now.
ma'am, I don't know. Don't put that kind of
you have to
pressure
make
on
a
me.
decision.
Only because the other Tony we know is a
You got to make a decision right now. Is it a man or a woman?
they.
Oh!
They're gonna let us know, I'm sure. But they wrote in, man, I just realized I missed the whole first segment because I crossed the whole first hour because I crossed into mountain time earlier. But I'll be with y'all all day tomorrow.
Hey!
Well, not all day. We'll be on from 3 to 5.
You know what? You can be all day if you go to Rumble. And if you're on the road, what better way to travel than to listen to us on Rumble? You can get all
Absolutely.
archive stuff.
Listen to the old favorites. If you have any, go and make sure you like them.
I'm drinking something that Dr. Kevin gave me from Dr. Kevin's Wellness Clinic. And
So just fancy water.
that's what I was stirring around here. Anyway.
Oh, speaking of extra elements, H3O2, apparently, if you have some extra of something, sometimes it can be good for you.
Yeah, we're pumping that in. Get that carbon. All right, let's see here. Who are we going to?
Well, I was just starting order.
Let's go. Renee, what you got, buddy?
Well, I mean,
Gotta be
if you look
quick,
at
though.
this
Gotta be
channel-
quick. Gotta be quick. Go for it.
Hey, I think it's a big Ponzi scheme to make money, like electric cars. How can you beat in the Green Deal when you're against fracking, but you want to put carbon that's natural and plant food into the ground. This is foolery. This is out to make money on the stupid masses that drinks that Kool-Aid from the communist left.
Well.
Hey, electric cars that burn more fossil fuels to make than they would.
Man, I'm telling you, there's some people in the boardroom laughing at us right now. These Americans and Europeans. Anyway, Bobby, what you got?
Quick.
Talking about human control. I've been under human control for 20 years when I got my vasectomy, but I'm going to get it reversed.
Thanks, Mr. Bobby. Appreciate that. A little public service announcement there. All right, Warren. Bring the heat, Warren. What you got?
Well, I think Thomas Jefferson would have said, hey, y'all in Louisiana, y'all pretty dumb. Like Jamie said the word dumb. Quit nibbling on that hook of carbon capture because they want to get paid to kill and destroy population control. You pump that down in the ground and destroy Louisiana and get paid for it. And by the way, Jamie, nobody pulled me over. I pulled the chief over. I ran out in the street and slapped his windshield, told him to stop. And, you know, when I told him I was a contributor to y'all's show, he quit the Tony Soprano routine and apologized.
Hey! All right. Hey! Thanks, Warren.
Helping people get out of traffic. You're welcome. We do what we can. It's not, you just say.
Oh, my goodness. Man, what a great show. I just say, look, you know, the carbon capture stuff, if there's a benefit, someone needs to explain it better.
Tony Dashley's definitely a bro, and I'm sorry, bro.
That's what I would have said, man.
That's why I went with that. That's my boy.
I'm just kidding. Hey, guys, thank y'all so much for making this a great show, just like every other day. All right, be careful out there. May God